In the next 30 minutes, you will view the ministry of one of America's most unusual men of God. Brother Lester Roloff built and maintained homes for people in trouble. People that had problems with crime, alcohol, and drugs. As you know, Brother Lester Roloff was killed in a plane crash November 2nd, 1982. But all of the homes that he built are still operating exactly as he started them. We receive calls from people all over America inquiring about our homes. We have 2 homes for girls and ladies and 3 homes for men and boys. We receive approximately 50 phone calls or letters of inquiry each day. We have a long waiting list of people seeking to come into these homes.
Good morning. Yes? No, I'm sorry. I wish we could. Well, they're all emergencies, really. Every one. We operate nothing but an intensive care ward. You could call me back maybe in a month or 2. We graduate some, of course, you know, in the month of June, and we'd be glad, and you know we'd be delighted to take your child. Well, a lot of them, though, are going to go to prison unless we take them. Fact is, most of them will. And I'm so sorry. And we're going to pray. I know that doesn't seem like enough, but we love you and we love the child. And one of these days, we'll have more room. You pray for us and keep us in mind. But you call back in about 2 or 3 months, okay? All right, bye.
Brother Lester Roloff's 50 years in the ministry. His life in ministry is best summed up in Luke 4:15. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised. Come with us to what we call the farm. More than 550 acres of land being used by Brother Roloff and the People's Baptist Church to build and maintain homes for people in trouble. You will see all 5 homes, Rebecca and Jubilee for girls and ladies, the Anchor, the Lighthouse, and the City of Refuge for boys and men. Our capacity at the present is 500, but if we had the room, in a year's time we could have 5,000. We're constantly aware that we're only scratching the surface. Since we receive more than 18,000 inquiries each year, we have to say no room most of the time. When we say no room, we're saying no to very desperate people that have nowhere else to turn except prison, reform schools, or the streets. Ever since Brother Roloff entered the ministry, he's had a burden for helping people. And he foresaw the need for Christian homes to rescue people in trouble. Now, 50 years later, in this Jubilee year, people have come to congratulate Brother Roloff on the occasion of his 68th birthday, as well as his 50 years in the ministry. The paths have not been smooth for these homes. The state of Texas made its first attack in 1973 through their welfare department. They said, get a license or close down. Brother Roloff would do neither, but went to the courts feeling his rights to operate church homes would be protected. 3 times he went to jail rather than submit to the demands of the state. The battle against licensing took us to major cities in the state where giant rallies were held to inform the public concerning the issues. In 1977, 10,000 people gathered in Dallas to show their support for Brother Roloff and his homes. When our people examined the state's minimum standards for licensing, which means control, Brother Roloff's Christian convictions would not permit him to turn the control of his homes over to the state. He has often said, since we take no tax money and make no charge. We're not in a business, but this is a ministry of our church. And we should be able to run our church and its ministries without state interference. It's thrilling to hear the girls sing songs that tell of what they've experienced in being set free from the bondage of sin. That was truly a momentous night. In June of 1979, history was made in the United States. The Texas Department of Human Resources announced they were coming to close the homes. Preachers came from around the nation to stand with Brother Roloff to make a human fortress to guard and protect the church. The DHR withdrew, but came back a few days later and closed the Rebecca home. This is unmistakable evidence of state control.
We must never let these homes close again, because there's no place for them to go. Not any place, all the way from Alaska.
Only the Lord knows what Brother Roloff went through in seeing every boy and girl driven away and the buildings stand empty.
And we must keep these homes open.
But after the pain came sweet victory in March of 1981. Almost 8 years after the battle began, Judge Charles Matthews said, "I can offer no relief to the state of Texas." When Rebecca closed, Brother and Mrs. Cameron took a busload of the girls and went on an extended tour to tell the story of state intervention into the affairs of the church. It was a day long to be remembered when they returned. Now, in July of 1982, all our homes are filled to capacity.